Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. Sorry about the extreme close-up, but this phone, it's a new phone, and this configuration on this mount, it zooms in, I guess, so you'll have to either stare at my gorgeous face or just look away. If you're offended by foul language, you're on the wrong channel. Please leave now and don't come back. I wanted to, and it's been a long day, so I'm going to hem and haw around here. I'm coming back from an appointment at the VA, and it's just been one of those long, it's like I was number E96, and it's like now serving E17. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So, been a long day, and it's not even, well, it's just after 2 p.m. So, I wanted to follow up on the video about the FBI. If you're totally lost, don't know what I'm talking about, a few videos back I posted a video I called "This Is Your FBI." You need to watch that, and that'll catch you up, and you'll understand what's going on. And so, assuming you know what I'm talking about, the next day, I have a tendency, obviously I have a hot temper, it's the Irish blood in me. And I'm smart enough to know that sometimes I get heated. And that experience with the FBI really jacked my blood pressure up. I'm surprised my fucking aneurysm didn't burst. So, by the way, I got to get that dealt with in a week or two. But so I ended up, I sent the video to some people I respect, namely one of my field sergeants back when I was a LAPD officer, and I have a lot of respect for his opinion. And I titled the email, hey, did I overreact on this? And he sent me back an email, and bottom line was no, and he was disgusted as much as I was, with the caveat that he's dealt with good FBI agents, and so have I. I've worked a lot with the FBI, and so I know that there are certainly great people working for the FBI. That being said, that experience was bullshit. So that day, which was day before yesterday, I called up the Justice Department and was going through the Attorney General's office into the Justice Department, working my way into just trying to get a hold of somebody I could actually talk to that would hear me out. And I ended up with a Washington D.C. agent at the headquarters that deals with internal affairs. And this guy was I won't give you his name because he has the channel. Hi, if you're watching. Hi. But I'm sure he's not the only FBI agent watching this channel. But he heard me out, man, for like 45 minutes. I told him the whole story, how I talk, man. I was just laying it out there. And this guy's a career agent, blah, 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 was former law enforcement or former police officer before he was an agent. Not unusual. And he didn't like what he heard either. And he was actually encouraging me to head over to Manassas, Virginia, to one of their offices there, and bring the recording and the whole bit, and do a formal complaint. And I was going to do that, and then more time passed, and to be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna. It's not my character to just let shit go when I think I'm right and something's wrong. But man, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and then of course listening to all the updates that are going on with the FBI and this whole dossier shit that's going on with the Trump investigation. And that whole FBI experience really made me realize, very naively, quite frankly, I mean, sometimes I'm very slow to arrive at something, but eventually I do get there. And it's not because I'm stupid, it's mostly because I'm I like to believe that the good guys are the good guys. And for the most part, they are. But when you have an agency like the FBI or the NSA or the CIA, I mean, there's some potential to really fuck things up, man, if your heart's not in the right place. Just like with the city cop. I mean, look at the corruption and shit that's happening in every police department. You give people power, man, and if they're fucking bad people, they can really hurt a lot of innocent people in a lot of different ways. And we're dealing with that now with this whole Trump thing. But one of the revelations one of the many revelations I had, and this is going to sound so basic you won't believe it, but like I said, I'm slow. It's like denial. But I realized that a lot of times, I'm almost 60 years old, and I think we hold the standards of, let's say in this case, an agency, up to what it was back when we were young guns and we were running around and we were, the fuck is in the middle of the street here? Big bag. And you don't think sometimes. I didn't stop and think that, society has changed and we got a whole new generation of people running the show. And these are, millennials that were educated totally different, that weren't brought up saying the Pledge of Allegiance. They weren't brought up saying yes sir and no sir. They weren't brought up giving respect to teachers. They were brought up with a society that shoves its old parents into old folks' homes and lets them fucking die, and they think they are absolutely equal to their parents. There's no hierarchy in the family, I mean, for the most part. And these people are the ones that are joining the FBI, whether they're agents or civilians, the people that answer the phone. And so it really shouldn't come as a surprise to me that the system's fucked up. And it's egregiously fucked up. I mean, go back and listen to that video. And remember, the little bit of tape I played was just a fragment of a tape that went on for over an hour of these phone calls. And the way I was treated, and it just took the wind out of me. And I thought, I'm not gonna change the system by going all the way down there and spending a whole fucking day getting interviewed by people who are, in all likelihood, affected by the same poison that's fucking up the FBI and other powerful agencies. I'll walk out and they'll giggle and say, fuck this dude, and they'll throw my shit away, I mean, I'll never hear another fucking word about it. Or I'll end up on a fucking different list that I'm on because I have the audacity to have a fucking YouTube channel and openly support my president that I elected. I mean, I'm not anymore. I have no doubt that just that can get you on a fucking list. I mean, I'm sure that the fucking chick that kept fucking hanging up on me and transferring me and shit mid-sentence and shitting all over me, looks at me, if she saw me, would look at me as a fucking enemy of the state. I'm a toxic white male with a fucking goatee and a pickup truck and tattoos and bumper stickers, and I'm pro Second Amendment. I mean, how fucked up can a person be? And I'm allegedly straight. That's the sickness, man. That's what's going on with this country and really the West. This is why, and I made another couple videos about the shootings that have taken place, the mass shootings. This is why this shit happens, in my opinion. We have shit on the flag. We've shit on any structure, anything that held our system together. And we've labeled anybody that is pro-America and pro-flag and pro-blah, blah, blah. We've labeled them everything from racist to white nationalist to you name it. And these same attitudes are fucking in one of our most cherished agencies, man. Such a formerly reputable agency, the FBI, for the love of God. And, it's like some of the comments on my first video, check them out. I mean, it's the truth, Somebody wrote something like, see something, say something. Yeah, that's bullshit, man. You can't fucking talk to an agent. You cannot talk to a fucking FBI agent unless you're willing to spend about 2 days trying to get to the fucking FBI agent. And you can't tell me that they're so fucking busy they can't listen to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I understand that we get crazy people calling the FBI. Every police agency has the tinfoil hat people that call up and say they're getting signals from fucking this, that, but you still don't shit on those people. I mean, what if your father or your mother, I'm talking to the agents now, what if your father or mother wanted to fucking call up one of these agencies and ask a legitimate question, and somebody wouldn't give a name, wouldn't give a fucking number, and just bam, clicks them off into the tip line, which is never fucking, I've used the tip line, nobody gets a hold of you. It's a fucking joke. Yet, all of us acted like we were shocked and surprised and mortified when some guys came over from Saudi Arabia and wanted to go to flight school, and the fucking instructor calls the FBI and says, hey man, who knows how long it took him to get a hold of somebody, but he flat out told him, hey, these guys are not interested in learning how to land, they just want to learn how to take off and fly. And the FBI blew that off, and we all know the outcome of that. You know, hashtag 9/11. Is that a surprise? First of all, nobody has the wherewithal to fucking sit on the phone for an hour, over an hour, like I did, just to get fucked over in the end, without them ever knowing what the fuck I was trying to ask about. You know, I could have been asking about, what if I'm an ignorant guy and I didn't want to talk on the tip line, I wanted to talk to an agent, and I had a piece of a puzzle that would have prevented the next fucking horrendous attack on America and saved countless lives. What if I was that guy? And after getting hung up on and fucked over and transferred to bullshit fucking robots for 45 minutes, I said fuck it and gave up, because I went back to playing fucking Call of Duty or whatever people do. How many times is this happening that we don't know about? How many people call up about their fucking kids that are fucking talking about gunning people down, and the FBI blows them off one way or the other, and then we see what happened here just last week. I've got no fucking faith in the system. I know they're going through their fucking shit, and that's what I told the agent. I get it. I understand low morale. I was a cop in LA before Rodney King, during, and after, and I saw it affected law enforcement nationwide. It put people to low. I get it. So the FBI is going through reduction in forces. I get that. You know, their leadership's fucked up for the most part. I don't know who's running the show now, but fucking Comey was an idiot. And you know, these motherfuckers, man, they don't want to fucking hear you. And another fucking thing. Now remember, those that follow me know, after the LAPD, I went to work for an inspector general's office as a supervisory special agent in DC. So that was my first time working as an agent and doing things federal way, before I took over the firearms and tactics and all that shit. So I was handling cases, and I was blown away as a new agent that they absolutely don't record their fucking interviews. It blew me the fuck away. It just fucking blew me away, man. And the FBI, same thing. They don't record their interview. So the way that works, let me just run it by you. You get fucking, and this is how the FBI operates, and this is how all federal agents operate, and this is this is how they operate. This is their policy. It's what they do. So if you're a fucking suspect and I'm coming to interview you, I got a partner with me. We fucking, one guy, my partner, will ask you questions, and I take notes. And what happens to you in that whole case is based off of these fucking notes that I'm gonna go back and type up. What if I'm in a fucking bad mood? What if I'm going through divorce? What if I'm not paying attention? What if I misread something that you're saying and I fucking leave a word out or put a fucking word in because I thought I heard it? It could change the entire course of your fucking life. You may end up in federal prison for the rest of your fucking life because there's no recourse. And it seems to me that the feds don't want any recourse. Who came up with that? And why do we put up with that? What's the justification for that? You know, a fucking jury should be able to listen and watch the fucking, if not watch it on video, listen to the interview, listen to it. Make sure that everybody got it right. Let them decide what the fucking, if the guy had a fucking nervous twitch or his body language was fucked up. In this day and age of technology, why the fuck are all interviews not videotaped? That's a serious fucking problem. It's a serious problem that you should be concerned with as a citizen, because I know I sure as fuck am. And I was the guy doing that shit. I'll even tell you this, man. My agency one time, this tell you how fucked up they are. My agency was going to do, because if you don't know what an inspector general's office is, they deal with waste, fraud, abuse, and mismanagement with any entity that's receiving, funds, government funds. So that could be the railroad, it could be whatever. So one day we're having a fucking meeting, and the IG decides that we're going to do a really thorough look at the agents, or at the the entity that I worked for, top to bottom, man. Find out what the fuck is going on, who's dirty, where is their money being misused. You know, it was like some sweep. Come on over, cockbiter. I'm trying to let you in. Is there fucking money that is not being, you know, that is frivolously being wasted on multi-gazillion-dollar contracts and shit? And I fucking had the audacity, and by the way, man, I was the laughing stock over this one. I suggested, like a fucking retard, no offense, retards or liberals, just kidding. I had the audacity to suggest that we include our own agency in this fucking review, thinking we've got a pretty big budget. Maybe we're not doing it as good as we can. This is the taxpayer dollars, man. Maybe we can fucking cut some shit out. Fucking sound like I got a flat tire. Man, this guy looked, the boss looked like I took a shit in his fucking coffee. And there was a hush in the whole fucking conference room, and it was like, what are you, fucking nuts? And I, you know, the concept of fucking policing yourself, you know, if you're the guys that police everybody, and you're the guys that look into everybody's computers and records and shit, who the fuck's looking at you? You know, at the very least, look at yourselves with an open mind. Nope. That was the dumbest fucking suggestion that ever fucking was launched in any OIG meeting in the history of law enforcement. And it came from me. I learned a lot that day, but I had, you know, I didn't put it all together until all this shit happened, and I realized, man, we got fucking huge problems, man. Huge fucking problems. And it's not going to be solved by fucking me. I don't know what's going to solve it, to be honest with you. But anyways, I wanted to give you that update. Hope you guys are doing good. Stay safe. You know, maybe one of you guys has an idea. What should happen? I mean, maybe some, you know, I'm always suggesting write letters, and who's got time to do all that shit? But maybe if enough people were to say, hey, let's fucking clean house, you know? I'm not talking about firing FBI agents. I'm talking about getting it right. If you're in the FBI and you're listening to this right now, fucking use a fake name and a fake handle and tell me what the fuck is wrong with what I'm suggesting and what I'm saying. I mean, are you comfortable with it? Because I wasn't comfortable with it. And I implore you to, on your day off, pose as Mr. Citizen and to go try calling your fucking own office and talk to somebody. You're telling me that there's not one fucking agent in a fucking field office that could pick up the phone and talk to a citizen who you're supposed to be protecting but are too busy fucking avoiding? Yeah, I'm just getting myself mad again. Anyways, that's the update. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a long week. I've been dealing with fucking flooded basements, fucked up water heaters, and thousands of dollars of repair shit. So, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Everything's good. I'll talk to you guys later. LMS Tactical, stay safe.